Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film?
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. 180. Lock in, lock in.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller.
partner. He sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Vikings 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Minnesota.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Vikings 6, Bears nothing.
Cousins on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, it's Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check. Watch 54. Ricky.
Now it's Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Too low. Alert. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but Let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
16 yards. First down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Following the interception, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Red, alert, alert. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Javon Wims, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground, Cook. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake, Cousins escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And, it'll be intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut, cut, cut.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Soldier Field, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Cousins. And some space here. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 4. And this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Cousins now from the 50. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Again, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he went up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A carry for the big fullback. This is Derek Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
55.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They dealt the